right now I am at leisure. This for me is also very, very relaxing for my mind and body. I come regularly to the gardens. I see the birds. I love being in nature.
It is like mandatory. The women are made up for, they have to work outside, they have to come home, they have to cook, they have to look after the home, they have to look after the kids.
I decided to go shopping to de-stress. I asked my mother to come, but she couldn't because she had to, do the cooking and all the household work.
We are fond of gardening, both of us. So we meet the plants and we see the flowers and we chat with them. That is leisure. And we bring 2 oranges every day in the winter and we eat them on this bench here in the garden. That's leisure.
हमें आराम का टाइम नहीं मिलता दीदी। सुबह 7-6 बजे जाग जाओ, फिर बच्चों को स्कूल भेजो, बच्चों के लिए काम करो, फिर 9 बजे यहाँ पे आओ, फिर सारा दिन ये मेहनत करो, फिर आराम का कहाँ से टाइम मिलेगा, फिर घर जाओ।
Leisure is the state of enjoying one's free time. Time spent on activities we enjoy that positively impacts our productivity, creativity, and well-being. But just as inequality pervades every sphere of life, it exists in our relaxation time too. So what do we do about this gap? The gap of gender inequality in leisure. How do we fix it? Can a conversation around it be the starting point?
Hi guys, can I take 2 minutes and talk to you? Okay, cool, thank you. You guys are really going at it. Okay, I really want to know what's happening. Thank you.
Meet Surabhi Yadav, whose obsessive inquiry into what women do when they are not working led to a photo project called Project Basanti. Women at Leisure.
I lost my mother in 2014, and one of the things that I had started doing after her death was starting to interview people in her life to actually get to know her as a person. My opening question to people would be, what do you remember about Ma? Bhabi बहुत ही शैतान और मजाकिया थी. That your mother was very goofy and naughty. Those are not the adjectives that come to my mind when I think of my mother. One, the question was, who was my mother when she was not working? Second, who are other women who are like her? What shows up in the lives of women when they're not supposed to be performing a role? Right now in the repository, in Women at Leisure repository, there are around 800 plus photographs and videos of women at leisure. It is a qualitative project which does give you certain definite commentary about the society and leisure, especially gendered leisure. The leisure does set us free. Leisure gives you a space to reveal your inner self. It lets you flourish. Leisure is a measure of how free a society is. One of the earliest videos that have gone on the page were of me and 2 of my friends. It's night, around 9 or 10, and there's no street light in the village. And we're walking downhill, and Bubbly, who's one of my friends, she's listening to a song on phone and dancing as she's walking downhill.
According to a Pew Research Center analysis of 2021-22 American Time use, working husbands in the United States, aged between 25 and 64, spent 28 hours a week on leisure. That is 2 hours more than the working wives who spend about 26 hours on it. And the setting isn't any different in India. India's 2019-2020 Time Use survey indicates that men spend more time than women on employment, socializing, sleeping, and eating, while nearly 20% of the average Indian woman's day is consumed by unpaid domestic work or caregiving.
While most of the women across the world are the ones who are the bearers of this nurturing relationships, nurturing families, their labor goes invisible. And the moment labor goes invisible, the absence of the leisure goes invisible. So this women at leisure issue is not just an Indian issue, it's a global issue.
आपको लोधी गार्डन पसंद है क्या?
While Project Basanti also includes crowdsourced photographs, all of them don't necessarily make it to the Instagram page. Yadav is very particular about the process that goes behind featuring them.
So the two things that are key, as in when I put photographs and as in when I select them, is context and consent. One, the person needs to give an informed permission that they're okay with this going out in public, social media. And two, only they can tell you whether they are at leisure or not, right? Like you can see a mother playing with a child and only she can say if it is a lot of work for her right now or if it is her leisure right now.
You actually see groups of women. You also see in general जो women तुमको public spaces में easily नहीं दिखेंगी तो like
I decided to join Surabhi on one of her missions in the capital recently. The seemingly mundane pictures of Project Basanti are a reflection of our society. Moments of leisure, often taken for granted for men, appear profound when it is a woman on the other hand. That's bizarre. But that's exactly the gap we must address. Well, my idea of leisure on a balmy winter afternoon is to be amidst nature and read a book. But then, is the idea of leisure all that simple?
After meeting with Surabhi Yadav and learning about her initiative, Project Basanti, Women at Leisure, my understanding of women's leisure is shifting and expanding. And I would say it's a concept that's fluid. It encompasses everything that allows a woman unbridled and carefree moments of happiness and freedom. Isn't doing nothing at all a relatively radical act for Indian women? What's your language of leisure? Put your guards down and explore the other side of you, because that is also you.
उछलती कूदती खिलखिलाती खुद के बारे में सोचती खुद के बारे में समझती दुनिया को समझती औरतें it can bring so much transformation within them and beyond them.